Hey guys, welcome back to another weekly developer diary. So, first of all, let's go through the pixel art I've done, and I'll show you the little bit of stuff I've done in Unity. So, first of all, for pixel art, I haven't done anything on the tile set this week. Instead, I finished off the walking animations for the player. So, as you can see, now I've got all the idle animation, just the player standing in each direction. I've got the player walking down, walking to the left, walking to the right, and then walking up. And for example, here's the one walking up. I made it so like the as well as the arms and legs moving, I made it so the hair would like sway a little bit. So after doing all these animations, I thought it would be good to make a start in Unity. So I took some of the tiles and just exported them, as well as the player sprites, and just threw them together in Unity just to see what a few of them would look like. So I just did this by just using a tile map. And overall, I think it looks alright. I think there's a few things I'd change. Here, I'll just throw some more tiles in just to see what they look like. There's a few things I'd change. However, it's quite handy just to throw some tiles in just to see what they'd actually look like in the game. So you can see I can just easily just put some bushes in like that, or some long grass just here, and maybe I want a tree stump over here, for example. So then if I go in game view, this is what it'd look like in the game at the moment, with just like a default Unity camera. And overall, I think all the tiles look quite nice together. I feel like they all look coherent and like part of the same game, which is what I wanted. And it's very minor tweaks that I'd make to some of these, such as I'd probably tone down the light of like the white lighting on the roof of the house a little bit, or I think the shadows on the like bottoms of the bushes are a little too dark. It's like very minor things that I change, but overall I'm quite happy with how it looks. So finally, other than just throwing some of the tiles in to see what they look like, I made a basic tile-based movement script for the player. So basically, I've not hooked up the animations yet. However, basically it's just whichever arrow key I press, the player will move in that direction. I can hold the arrow key and the player will just keep moving that way. And if I hold two arrow keys at once, like if I hold left and right at once, the player won't move. But if I hold, say, up and right, there's no way the player can do like diagonal movement. They can only move in all four directions. And as you can probably see there, I've not put the collisions in yet. I've solely just put the movement in. So right now I can just sort of fly through things. But yeah, that's what I've managed to get done this week. So as for the coming week, the main thing I'm going to do is hook up the animations on the player, so the player's walking around, as well as I'm going to make a few more changes to the tile set now I've actually seen it in how it would look like in the game. Like the biggest thing I'd probably change is, as you see here, this dirt stands out a lot from this grass, just mainly because it's just quite clear where the tile starts and ends. So the main thing I'm just going to do with that is I will have, instead of having one dirt tile, I'll have 9 different dirt tiles, like in a square. And basically, this dirt tile will go in the middle, and these will all be like edge tiles that'll be half grass and half dirt, just to make it look like a more natural progression from like grass to dirt. And I'll probably do that with quite a few different tiles, so like have one that transitions from grass or dirt to water, just so it's not as clearly divided in this is grass, this is dirt. I want it to be there's grass here and then like a sort of maybe a wavy line that connects it to the dirt. So that's the only big change I'd think I'd make to this right now. Other than that, something I noticed with the house sprite is just the size of it means that the player can't actually be in line with the door, just because this door is in the middle of two different tiles. So I'm not sure how I'd go about changing this. Either the main thing I'd probably do is just make it so the house isn't on the tile map and it's just its own object. I think that's probably what I'd do. That, or just simply just resize the house and just make it a bit bigger, just to accommodate for this. Or simply just move the door would probably be the easiest thing to do. But other than that, that's the main changes I'd make right now. So yeah, as for next week, I'm going to create some, well, not create, hook up the animations for the player. So the player will have the walking up, down, left and right animations, as well as when they stop walking, they'll be facing the direction of the last direction they were walking in. So if the player walks up, they'll stay looking up rather than like snapping back to look down. So that's the main thing I'm going to get done. And if I have time, I'll probably also make some additions to the tile set, such as what I talked about with the dirt. But another thing I kind of want to do is create maybe some more enemy art, just because I haven't done that in a while. But saying that, that's not as needed at the moment, I guess, as I want to try and make a good bit of the overworld just finished out the way before I get into all the battle system stuff. So that's all I've got to show for this week. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all next week. Alright, peace.